We are all short on time. So, as much as possible, we need to take ourselves out of the equation when it comes to managing our finances. Luckily for you and me both, we can automate just about all of it. I read a great book a couple years ago called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. He preaches automating your finances, lays out the blueprint, shows you step by step how to do it. And so, after reading this book, which I highly recommend reading if you haven't read it, it is one of the best personal finance, intro to personal finance books out there. And I've read a lot of them. But after reading this book, I went in, I automated most of my finances. I got lazy, I didn't finish it. And since then, I've graduated college, I've joined the workforce, I've opened new investment accounts, new savings accounts. My financial setup has gotten more and more complex and time consuming in the last couple of years. So recently I went back in, automated everything, brought it fully up to speed, and it saves me so much time, so much energy, and more than anything, it provides me peace of mind knowing that no matter what I have going on in my life, my money's going to the right places. I've automated it, my bills are getting paid, my investments are getting made. I don't have to worry about the day to day with my money. I want you to be able to live with that same peace of mind that I have. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to automate your finances. Step one, before we do anything, we're going to make sure that our paycheck is getting direct deposited into our account. Most likely you've already got this set up, but if you don't, if you're still getting a physical check, go into your company's payroll platform, switch from getting your check physically in the mail to direct deposit. It should be very simple. You should just have to put in your bank account info and then you'll be good to go. It might take one pay period for it to get up to speed. Like you might get one more physical check and then you'll get your direct deposit. But once you have that set up, step one's complete. For step two, we're going to make sure that our 401k is getting automatically withdrawn and any other employer contributions you might have are getting automatically withdrawn from our checks before they hit our accounts. You should also be able to easily do this through your company's payroll platform. If you have any trouble with this or the direct deposit, speak to your HR rep at your company. They should be able to walk you through this process. Should be pretty simple though. Now, step three, we need to link all of our accounts together because we're going to be transferring and making payments automatically. They all need to be linked. What we're going to do is we're going to go into each account. There should be a tab that says something like manage accounts, add accounts, connect accounts, link accounts, something along those lines. You're going to click on that. Should be pretty straightforward. You'll go put your account info in, press link accounts. It may take a few days for some accounts to verify and go through their process, but after a couple days, you'll have all your accounts linked and ready to go. On to step three, now we need to figure out how much we're going to pay ourselves every paycheck. So this is not fun money. This is money that is going towards net worth building activities, saving, investing, paying off debt. That's what we're paying ourselves. And we're going to make a set amount each paycheck that's going to come out before we do anything else. I recommend aiming to pay yourself 25% of your paycheck. That's a big number though. So if you're just starting off, start lower, start 5, 10%, gradually work your way up over time as you get promotions, as you get raises, increase that percentage. Now, where we allocate that money, whether it be debt, investing, saving, it's going to vary person to person depending on your financial situation. For some people, it might all be going towards high interest debt. Others, it might all be going to savings. Others, it might all be going to investing. For most people, it's probably going to be a mix of the three or two of the three. But what's important is that it's all happening automatically. So go into your accounts. There should be a payments tab or a transfer tab depending on the account, and you'll be able to set an automatic payment and you'll be able to set the date that you want that payment to hit your account on. Something crucial you need to know about automating transfers to investment accounts, say a Roth IRA, is that it's actually a two-step process. You need to set up the automation from your bank account to your investment account. So that's step one. The next step is that you need to go into your investment account and automate investments as well. You don't want your money just sitting there in cash, not doing anything. That's a lot of people get stuck with that. They send their money off to their investment account. They think everything's good, but their money's just sitting in cash in an investment account doing nothing. That's not helping anyone, right? So most platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab offer options for you to automatically invest in a fund or an ETF on a recurring basis every time cash hits your account. Take 5 minutes to set this up, pick your investments so that every time you transfer cash to your account, it's going to get invested and not just sit there as cash. All right, so we're paying ourselves automatically every paycheck. Now, the next thing that we need to handle is our bills. Step 5 is making sure that all of our fixed costs are getting paid automatically. Most service providers nowadays, whether that be utilities, phone, Wi-Fi, subscription services, even rent, have options to auto pay. So go into all those accounts, set up auto pay, same as we did before. For rent payments, if your landlord is old school and they still require physical checks, most major banks offer a free bill pay service where they'll automatically send a physical check to your landlord at the end of every month. All you have to do is set the amount. You have to set the date that you want the check sent on. Make sure you give yourself enough time for the check to get to your landlord. And then you set the landlord's address. I don't personally do this because I live with a roommate, and my roommate is the one who pays the landlord with the physical check. So if you're in a situation like that, what I do is I set up an automatic monthly payment through Venmo, and I send that money off to my roommate on the 25th of every month so that they have time to get the physical check out to the landlord and the money's in their account. So that's another option if you are in a similar situation. Last step number 6, credit card payments. We need to automate those as well. There's going to be two groups of people here, people who have credit card debt, people who don't have credit card debt. There's going to be different setups for each of you. They're very similar though. So for group number 1, people who have debt, we're going to set minimum automatic payments for all of our credit cards. Even if you typically pay more than the minimum, which you should be doing if you're in credit card debt, just set the minimum payments to be automatic. This way, if life gets crazy, you forget a payment, you're not going to have to pay any late fees. You're not going to take a hit to your credit score. The goal here is peace of mind. You can always go back in and pay more manually, but this ensures that you never miss a payment. If you're not in credit card debt and you pay your balance in full each month, you're going to go in and do the same thing essentially, but instead of making the minimum payments automatic, you're going to make the statement balance payment automatic. So your card's getting automatically paid in full at the end of the month. You just need to make sure that you have enough in your checking account to make this payment at the end of the month. And this is going to be called our cash buffer. It's something that is super important, and a lot of people forget about it when they're setting up their automation. When you've got all these payments and transfers flying around, the last thing you want to do is cut it too close and risk having overdraft fees or missed payments. Life happens. Maybe your paycheck's delayed, or the timing's a little bit off, or you have an unexpected expense. You want to have that 1 month cash buffer in your checking account so that no matter what happens, no matter what goes on over the course of the month, you have enough money in there to cover all of your needs. I personally spend about $3,000 a month, so I have $3,000 as a cash buffer in my checking account. No matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. If I have to spend a little bit more 1 month because of some emergency, I'll be covered. I know it might feel counterintuitive to have that much cash sitting in a checking account. Feels weird to me, but it's worth it for the peace of mind. That's the whole goal here with automation. It's that we're buying ourselves time, energy, and peace of mind with our finances. And so having this little cash buffer is like an insurance policy on your automation setup. No matter what happens, if life gets in the way, unexpected expense pops up, you're covered. Building up this cash buffer might take time if you don't already have one in place, but just put money aside every month towards it. Part of that money that you pay yourself, build that cash buffer up. Even a $500 buffer is better than no buffer at all. You just might want to keep more of an eye on your finances until you get up to that 1 month buffer. But I know what some of you guys are thinking. You want to have control over every aspect of your finances. If you're not in the numbers, something's going to go wrong. Trust me, I get it. I'm an optimizer. I love to live in the spreadsheets and calculate this, that, and the third and check all my numbers. I love that, but I want peace of mind. That's the whole goal of financial freedom. That's why we're automating our finances. That's why we're working towards a better future for ourselves financially, right? It's so that we have freedom, we have time, we have energy, we have peace of mind. The biggest challenge with automation is psychological. It can feel scary to give up that manual control, but in reality, you're not giving up control. You're just front loading your financial decisions. You're making the decision now so that you don't have to continue making that decision on a regular basis, month after month after month for the rest of your life, right? Make it once. If you change your mind, if your financial situation changes, you want to change up your automation system, you can do that. This is not set in stone. You can go back in and change whatever you want whenever you want. You have control. You're just bringing in more tools to your financial toolbox. What we're going to do to add in a little bit of control, because we do need some and we need a bit of a safety net, is we're going to have a monthly check-in. Once a month, 15, 20 minutes, take a look at all your accounts, make sure all of the balances are correct, make sure all the payments are correct. You don't have to go super in depth, but if anything stands out to you as being a big red flag, look into it, make any adjustments that you need to make, and then go back to enjoying your life and not worrying about your finances day to day. So once a month, for me, I do it on the last day of the month, Doesn't matter what day you do it, just pick a day that works for you and go in and check all your accounts, make sure everything looks right. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck automating your finances. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, drop those down below. I will get to pretty much all of them. I also have a free monthly expense tracker. If you're interested, you can check that out. It's down below in the description. If you liked the video, like the video, please. Helps the channel a ton. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.